Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to recommend a bunch of graphic novels that would be perfect to read for all of the spooky readathons happening in the month of October. If you're not participating in any readathons, definitely check out Bookathon, which is a readathon that I am hosting with two of my friends, Gabby and Keisha, from October 10th through the 16th. And some of these would be really good for some of those prompts, but I have just a bunch of spooky, autumnal graphic novels that I want to share with you. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. The first one is M for Monster. And as you can tell, this is kind of like a Frankenstein inspired graphic novel. You have women of color, you have women scientists. This one is a scientist attempts to bring her younger sister back to life with unexpected results in this Frankenstein inspired graphic novel about ghosts, identity, and family. When Dr. Francis I's younger sister Maura died in a tragic accident 6 months ago, Frances swore she would bring her back to life. However, the creature that rises from the slab is clearly not Maura. In fact, this girl, who chooses the name M, doesn't remember a single thing about Maura's life. Despite this, Frances expects M to pursue the same path that Maura has been on, applying to college to become a scientist and continue the plan she and Maura shared. Hoping to trigger Maura's memories, Frances surrounds M with the trappings of Maura's past, but M wants nothing to do with Frances's attempt to change her into something she's not. In order to face the future, both Frances and M must learn to listen to each other and to let go of Maura once and for all. Talia Dutton's debut graphic novel, M is for Monsters, takes a hard look at what it means to live up to other people's expectations as well as our own. I absolutely loved this one, and I really look forward to what this author does next. Like I said, it has a really cool color palette throughout, and I just think it's perfect for this time of year. Next up is Squad, and this is about a group of girls that turn into werewolves. And in this one, when Becca starts at a posh new high school, she never expects to be noticed by the most popular girls. She never expects them to invite her into their pack, but they do. They show her how to dress and how to act and what parties to go to. And then one night under the full moon, they let her in on their secret. They're werewolves. This is when a normal person would run screaming, but Becca doesn't run. She doesn't scream. She doesn't want to escape. She wants to belong. And now she does. She is all new. It is perfect. And for a little while anyway, until Thatcher dies and things get complicated. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. It did have its faults, so it wasn't like my absolute favorite. But if you're looking for like a werewolf graphic novel, this is one for you. All right, next up is Fake Blood by Whitney Gardner, and this would work for, like, this is a middle grade graphic novel, and it's about this boy that really likes this girl in his class, and she's obsessed with vampires, and they get paired up to do this group project. AJ decides to take matters into his own hands, but how could a girl like Nina Winters ever like plain vanilla AJ when she only has eyes for vampires? When AJ and his crush Nina are paired up for a group project on Transylvania, it may be his chance to win her affection by dressing up like the vampire hunk of her dreams. But soon enough, he's got more of Nina's attention than he bargained for when AJ learns that Nia is a slayer. So he has this crush on this girl that loves vampires, but it's not that she loves vampires. She's obsessed with vampires because she's a vampire slayer. And I just love the art in here so much. This was such a fun read. So if you're just looking for like a fun read, like, this was so fun, you guys. Look at the art. The art is so pretty. Moving on, I want to recommend a series. So the first and the second books of the OK Witch. So first we have the OK Witch, which is about a 13-year-old girl named Moth who discovers that she is a witch. So she's learning that she's a witch and why she's a witch and a little bit of her family backstory and stuff like that. 13-year-old Moth Hush loves all things witchy, but she's about to discover that witches aren't just the stuff of movies, books, and spooky stories. When some bullies try to ruin her Halloween, something really strange happens. Founders Bluff, Massachusetts has a century-old history of witch drama, and surprise, Moth's family is at the center of it all. When Moth's new powers show up, things get totally out of control. She meets a talking cat, she falls into an enchanted diary, and unlocks a hidden witch world. Secrets surface from generations past as Moth unravels the complicated legacy at the heart of her town, her family, and herself. So yeah. Really enjoyed that one, and the second book is good too. I actually think I liked the second book a little bit more. Moving on to another witchy graphic novel series, I have Witches of Brooklyn, the first book, and Witches of Brooklyn, What the Hex. So this is another graphic novel series that would be perfect for Bookathon. It's about a young girl discovering that she is a witch. In the first one, it says there's a new witch in town, new home, new school, new friends. That's hard enough, but life in Brooklyn takes an even stranger turn when Effie discovers magic runs in the family. So I love that. I love these ladies as well, and this I actually enjoyed more than the OK Witch. So if you like the OK Witch, you're gonna love these. Seance Tea Party was super fun. It doesn't have to be read during spooky season. I think this is a good anytime read, but it definitely is autumnal. Let me just show you this little part right here. So pretty. But this is about growing up. It's about friendship. No one has time to play outside or use their imagination or do anything fun. Who wants that? Not Laura. She's determined to still have fun even after her friends all seem to fade away with her new interests and new friends. A magical tea party introduces Laura to Alexa, the ghost that haunts her house. Alexa will be a kid forever, but what will happen as Laura continues to get older? So this is a super sweet graphic novel. It has lots of good messages and stuff like that. She has lots of imagination, and she's still like maturing and stuff like that. So and I got this from my friend Melissa, so that's a good memory. Also, Ghosts by Raina Telgemeier. This is another one that doesn't specifically have to be read during spooky season, but it does have ghosts in there. It deals a lot with Dia de los Muertos, and there's something different about this town. Katrina and her family are moving to the coast of Northern California because her little sister Maya is sick. Kat isn't happy about leaving her friends, but her sister has cystic fibrosis and will benefit from the cool, salty air that blows in from the sea. As the girls explore their new home, a neighbor lets them in on a secret. There's ghosts in their town, and she's determined to meet one, but Kat wants nothing to do with them. As the time of the year when ghosts reunite with their loved ones approaches, Kat must figure out how to put aside her fears for the sister's sake and her own. So it's really, really cool. I love Raina Telgemeier's like art style and stuff. So I was a huge fan of this. Then we have another ghosty recommendation for you here. So the first one is Sheets, and this is by Brenna Tumler. I love the art. I love the color palette of this one. For Majori Glatt, being 13 years old isn't quite the same as it is for everyone else. Responsible for running her family's laundromat while trying to survive middle school, Majori's daily struggles include persnickety customers, snibby classmates, agonizing swim lessons, and laundry. Always, always laundry. Wendell is a bit different though. Wendell is a ghost, and his daily struggles include dead youth support groups and unavoidable stains. But when he escapes from the land of ghosts and bumbles into Majori's laundromat, the perfect ghost playground, his attempts at fun and friendship begin to harm the family business. Sheets is a powerful story about a young girl's perseverance even when all the odds are stacked against her. It shows that forgiveness and second chances can result in unlikely friendships. Above all, it is an invitation into an unusual haunted laundromat that brings family, friends, and yes, Sheets to life. Like, look at this. Do you not immediately want to read this because of those little ghosties? You should. All right, so I absolutely loved this one. And then last year I picked up and read 𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔, which is the sequel. And this one follows a new main character, or it has like another important main character in it. The girl on the front right here that's taking the picture. And this one, Marjorie's Glad's life hasn't been the same ever since she discovered a group of ghosts hiding in her family's laundromat. Wendell, who died young and now must wander Earth as a ghost with nothing more than a sheet for a body, soon becomes one of Marjorie's only friends. And then you have Eliza Duncan, who feels invisible too. She's an avid photographer, and her zealous interest in finding and photographing ghosts gets her labeled as different by all of the other kids in school. Constantly feeling on the outside, Eliza begins to feel like a ghost herself. Marjorie must soon come to terms with the price she pays to be accepted by the popular kids. Is it worth losing her friend Wendell? Is she partially to blame for the bullying Eliza endures? So again, great illustrations, same color palette, and I just think it's perfect for this time of year. Obviously, I had to recommend this. I know everybody recommends this next one, but Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell is probably my #1 recommendation that you pick up this fall, because this is fall in book form. It is set at a pumpkin patch. It's about Elijah and Deja, and they have worked together all through high school every single season at this place called The Patch. And it's a pumpkin patch. It has this wonderful map inside, and now that they're seniors, this is going to be their last season working together, and then obviously they're gonna go to college and have different lives and stuff like that. And Josiah is like really bummed about it, but Deja has a plan. She's gonna make it fun. They're gonna go out with a bang, and they do all of the things at the patch, and it's just so fun. They're running around, they're going through the mazes, they're trying all of the food, and it's just so much fun. It's so much fun. So I highly, highly recommend, if you haven't read it, read this. Or if you're just looking to get into the fall spirit because you're not in the mood for some reason, definitely pick this up. It is a good time. And then some that I have on my TBR, I have 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 and the Vampire and 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 and the Witch. I am so excited to read these during spooky season. 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 feels as though she's always doing the wrong thing, no matter how much her friend Carrot and kindly witch Agnes encourage her. 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 just wants to tend her own garden where it's nice and safe. But when the village of vegetable people learn that a bloodthirsty vampire may have moved into the nearby castle, they all agree that despite her fear and self-doubt, 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 is the obvious choice to confront him. And with everyone counting on her, 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 reluctantly agrees to face the mysterious vampire. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. If this just doesn't bring you that serotonin boost that you need, I don't know what else will, but I am so excited about this one. And then also 𝒓𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒔 and the Witch. I mean, come freaking on. And then two other ones that I have. Crumbs. This is also a book that I'm hoping to read in my witchy vlog that I was talking about, because it has to do with this a very special town. There's an even more unusual bakery with a selection of baked treats, handcrafted to help your dreams come true. For Ray, a quiet young woman with special powers of her own, the order is always the same: a hot tea with a delicious side of romance. When Ray meets Lori, the kind barista who aspires to be a professional musician, she gets a real taste of love for the first time. But even with a spark of magic, romance isn't so simple. Both Ray and Lori are chasing their own dreams, and even when Ray starts to see the future, she can't predict her fate with Lori. Oh my goodness. So excited. And this is based on the webcomic from Webtoon, and I'm just so I'm so stinking excited about this, y'all. And then the piece de resistance is my favorite thing, is monsters, which I am so blessed to finally have my own physical copy of this, you guys. This is a behemoth. of a graphic novel if I've ever seen one. Check this out from your library. This is hugely expensive. It is $40, but it is so worth it just for the artwork alone. It's all done in pen, and it looks like someone sketched. Like, they literally did sketch all of these things. Like, can you, like, it's so, oh, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've only read like a very little bit, because every single time I have checked this out for my library, I've only read a little bit. And then I have to return it. And then I read a little bit more because there is so much happening. This is just gonna be like, I probably will not finish it, to be completely honest, unless I like really buckle down and focus on it. But I have so many other books I want to read too, so I just don't know. But I'm definitely gonna read more of this. So this is my last recommendation, but definitely see if you can get a copy, like borrow it from your library and at least flip through it, because it's a good time. But anyway, those are my graphic novel recommendations for this spooky autumnal time of year. I hope I was able to recommend something you would like to read or you've been wanting to read. Let me know if you have any spooky autumnal graphic novel recommendations down in the comment section down below. Like I said, I think these would be perfect for all of the readathons. Check all that information out down in the description box, and that's all for today's video. So I hope you're having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye guys.